Hey guys, so I'm gonna quickly show you guys how to get a bigger percentage in terms of profits, right? A lot of people I feel like have problems with letting things run, right? When should you let it run, right? People are always asking these questions and they're always struggling when it comes to taking profits or when it comes to like entering too late, right? That's where the FOMO comes in, right? So you have all these emotional triggers when you're trading, right? So you got to kind of keep it simple. Okay, first you have to find, right, the average true range of the stock that you're looking at. Okay, if you're looking at Tesla, for example, okay, this thing has an average range of about 30, 40, maybe $50. So on average, it is capable of moving, right? $50 to the upside, to the downside, whatever the case may be. Okay. So once you find that true range, right? So you know, okay, Tesla can potentially move $50 today, right? So then that's where you find the support and the resistance levels, right? Whatever indicator you use, right? Those will help you. Okay. So once you find the resistance, for example, on Tesla, the trade that we took today, so I actually signaled this trade to my group today, and we got about almost, we got over 100% on this trade, right? So this is basically how I, thought about Tesla today, how what made me want to get in. Okay. So, first of all, right, if you look at the 4 hour, at the daily chart, I'm sorry, here, just look at the daily chart. Okay. Daily chart. If you look at the daily chart, you can clearly see, right, that there was a bull flag forming on Tesla, right? So that's just one thing. Okay. So if you go to like the 15-minute chart, right, you can see it's broken out of the bull flag, especially when it came to pre-market. Now, this is where it gets kind of tricky. All right. So once you see it at pre-market after breaking out of a bull flag, for example, you want to go off of pre-market levels, right? You want to go off the resistance that it made during pre-market. So this shaded area here, right? If you were to divide this in half, this side would be after hours and this side would be pre-market. Okay, so pre-market, it created this resistance at about 741.8, right? So if I want to go long on this, right, I would have to wait until it broke above this level, right? Whether it be on the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute chart, right? 1 minute, the difference between 1 minute and 5 minutes is just, if you want to wait longer for confirmation, right? Sometimes the higher time frames are more better when it comes to confirming things, right? But I'm saying to you, right, whoever's watching this, right, use the pre-market resistance for entry. Okay, so you wait. If the price opens below the resistance that it created during pre-market, you want to wait for that level to break and then you execute your trade. Now, with Tesla, if you already understand that it moves about $50, $60 a day, then you should have no problem letting this run, right? The only reason why you get anxious to sell, or oh, should I get out now, should I get out later, what should I do? The only issue here is either you're risking too much or you have no clue what you're doing, right? That's why it's important to learn and understand what you're doing. Okay, so let's go to CGC now. This was also another, so I actually signaled Tesla swings, Home Depot, which ran up about $10. What else? AXP, US Steel too. We signaled that over the weekend. So I'm going to show you an example on CGC, right? Here's CGC. Let me go to the 15-minute. It might look better. Okay. So on the 15-minute, right, you can already see something, okay? So these two resistance and support lines, right? This is what? A range, okay? So before CGC opened today in terms of the market, right, you would be able to see this range. And what usually happens when these stocks are in a range? They usually break out, right? So this trade was a breakout trade, right? So just like how I did it with Tesla, okay, if you were to trade this right at the open, okay, you would have to wait for the pre-market level to break. And since that pre-market level happens to be the top of the range, as you can see, you got one here, you got this top here, and then you have this top here, right? And then you have the bottom here, and the bottom here, right? So if you were going to get in this for a day trade, you would have to wait for the pre-market high to break. And the good thing is the pre-market high is also the top of the range. So that's another conviction as to why you should get in. The reason why I signaled this to swing on Friday and over the weekend was because we had some consolidation here at about, towards the end of the day, and we continue to push, right? We had a lot of volume here, right? So this trade alone, right, was over 100 and something percent in terms of gains, okay? So my thought process in wanting to swing this, right, was because CGC had a lot of good news behind it last week too. So just, and the fact that it's in a range right now, it was in a range before it broke out, that's another good conviction. Okay, so I'm gonna end this right here. So I want to tell you guys something that I feel like I should share. I'm not advertising or anything, but I do have a May class upcoming in about 6 days. We're gonna start on the first, or I'm sorry, we're gonna start about on the 5th, and we do not have that many spots, right? So it's kind of like first come, first serve. So if you are interested in joining the May class, you just DM me on Instagram, kevin.trades. And yeah, it'll also be a full-on course online that we will give you the username and the password for you to log in and stuff, and so you can check all the modules and everything. So it's also a live class, so every session is recorded. So if you miss out on it, if you have work, if you're busy, right, you can always do it at your own pace, right? We just offer that live session because some people like to be in a classroom environment, right, where they get to ask questions, things of that nature. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here. Let me check one more thing. Let me show you guys another trade that we did. It was X US Steel. So I saw a symmetrical triangle here, right? I've been anticipating this breakout ever since here. Okay, so I've been swinging this ever since here. I thought it was gonna break out here, but apparently, it wanted to break out today. But good thing we caught that too today. HD as well. Let's see how HD is looking here. Yeah, HD was pretty crazy today. So we had a run on Friday and then we had a continuation today. So the same thing here, guys. Like pre-market breakouts are pretty they work. Okay. A lot of the times they work. You just have to have more you just have to have different factors that are kind of that ties in together as to whether you should go long or go short, right? If you have three different indicators telling you the same thing, then that should kind of help you, right, execute your trade. So if you guys have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. I appreciate feedback. So thank you guys for watching.